Welcome back to the show, everybody. Where we at with the Bitcoin Spot ETF? We're going to hear from Cathie Wood. We're also going to hear from Franklin Templeton, the IMF, and what they say about central bank digital currencies. We got Brad Garlinghouse rolling down memory lane, ladies and gentlemen. The BIS, Singapore, Dubai, and guess what else we got? We got the reason that when XRP explodes, it's never coming back. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show. You can follow us on Twitter and YouTube for exclusive content. Right now, we are at $1.48 trillion. The market is up 2.4%. I love seeing that. Bitcoin right now, $37,200 plus. Ethereum, $2,055 and change. And Tether market cap is $87.6 billion. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. XRP is 63 cents, off by 0.1 the 24-hour, off by 7.9 in the 7-day. But we're going to look at some great information today. Ranging between 65 and 63 cents, respectively, a lot tighter range than what we saw the other day with the fake news, as they say. If you haven't done it yet, ladies and gentlemen, this is right here, Pure VPN. I've used it for years. And let me tell you something. It is extremely affordable, and they do more than just VPNs, ladies and gentlemen. They now are offering incredible deal, 2-year plan, 83% off. Golden ticket Black Friday deal, $3.44 a month. You can't afford not to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Full featured high-speed VPN, secure password manager, end-to-end file encryption, personal privacy manager. This is just one of the many layers of protection I use each and every day. I know you're going to love it too. All you got to do is click the link to the sponsor below. You won't believe it. You'll feel so much better out here. There's so many scams right now, and as this market takes off and more things open up, you know they're going to come even harder. So make sure you have all the different layers of security in place. Right here, Franklin Templeton's tokenized money market fund approved and regulated by the SEC. Now, I'm going to play a quick clip of this. It's very short.
Right. So Franklin Templeton got involved in blockchain. Early on, the first thing we did was decide we wanted to do a tokenized money market fund. And so we built a shareholder servicing system on chain. And then we actually worked with the SEC. So it's an approved, regulated money market fund. And in that process, we saw a couple things. So, as well as a hot cold storage wallet. So it gave us some good insights into how the cost, because we ran 4 of our own transfer agency systems historically, and we were astonished even ourselves to figure out how much less expensive it was to run it on chain. And then 2, we ended up, you had to hold coins because you need to be able to pay for the transaction. So this is a public chain money market system. So transactions are on a public chain. Obviously, the shareholders' information is on our private chain. And so as we then started to hold, we did on the Stellar Network, Lumens, we started to recognize, wow, if you hold these, it's interesting. As a node validator, you're learning a lot of information about what's going on. So today, we actually validate 5 different chains.
And there you have that. Tell me again how it's not coming. Yeah, everything is moving this way. This is exciting news. And let's get an update really quickly here. We're going to hear from Cathie Wood here about exactly what's going on with the ETF. Let's jump in right about here.
And that's January 10th is the final deadline. Mm-hmm. They've been able to push it. It's very orchestrated. Push it. But the final, they either approve or deny on January 10th. And
what do you think?
Well, again, I mentioned something has changed.
Right.
That's good. The odds have gone up. There is only one wrinkle, just occurred to us in the last couple of days. They will approve a number at once. It won't be just one. That would be choosing a winner, given the way ETFs work. But we know Grayscale wants to convert to an ETF. I don't know how practical that is, or if the SEC will let them, or if they need a special dispensation. I just don't know the rules. Grayscale has said it will sue the SEC again if it denies the conversion.
So there we have to pay attention. Could Grayscale actually throw a wrench into the works here? We're watching closely. Look, I want to see this stuff get approved because I know what it's going to do for the market to have a ETF, whether it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. And by the way, why is there not a BlackRock filing for that? And in fact, let me find this very quickly here. Yeah, so there's this here out this morning, just an hour ago. BlackRock files an S1 application for its Spot Ethereum ETF. Okay, great. But hey, BlackRock, why aren't you filing a S1 application for a Spot XRP ETF? It's the only digital asset with legal clarity. And in fact, Freddie Rispoli from Hodl Law has been the one who pressed the SEC to force them to answer. There has been no decision on the determination of what Ethereum is or isn't when it comes to being a security. So these things get quite interesting, ladies and gentlemen. We will watch these closely, no doubt about it. But now let's get to more of a global stage here. This here from Daniela Camboni here, shout out to her. IMF says central bank digital currencies can replace cash. You know, I thought they were going to coexist, right? Look, this has been the plan all along. You got to watch out for it. There's a dark side to all of this digital world. CBDCs can replace cash, which is costly to distribute in island economies. She said Wednesday, this is Kristalina Georgieva, the managing director of the IMF, right? At Singapore FinTech Festival, they can offer resilience in more advanced economies and they can improve financial inclusion where few hold bank accounts. CBDCs are the digital form of a country's fiat currency, which are regulated by the country's central bank. They are powered by blockchain technology, allowing central banks to channel government payments directly to households. It's all for the children, isn't it? CBDCs would offer a sale and low-cost alternative to cash. They would also offer a bridge to go between private monies and a yardstick to measure their value, just like cash today, which we can withdraw from our banks, said the IMF chief. The IMF has said that more than 100 countries are exploring CBDCs, or approximately 60% of the countries in the world. The level of global interest in CBDCs is unprecedented. Several central banks have already launched pilots or even issued a CBDC, said the director. Now, we know that there's more than 90 central banks pursuing a CBDC at the moment. Now, you'll remember this old clip. Shout out to Mason for this one here. This is old but gold, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to this. This is when Brad Garlinghouse was sitting on the stage with Ross, the lawyer, Ross Lacow from the IMF General Counsel. Take a listen to this. We've all heard it, but just stay with me here.
You want to take one? Go for it. The first one's for you. IMF. Do you see IMF holding crypto assets in the future? I did not put that up there.
Remember, I'm from the legal department. I'm supposed to be very conservative about these things. I don't want to go into great details about
Maybe I should take what the IMF is going to do.
You know, yeah, I think there is a plan. There's no question about it. Shout out to Mason for that old but gold clip. And right here is the reminder. The World Bank refers to stable coins, Ripple, XRP, and XLM as stable coins in the PDF we've covered multiple times. And then I put this out, resurfaced this, and shared it, you know, wondering and asking the general question, why is it so unreasonable for all of us to ask the question if XRP could become a stable coin, and could the automated market maker introduced to the ledger change the characteristics and integrity for qualifying as a stable coin within the financial system, as the BIS has suggested in this Group 1 stabilization mechanism here. It either is or isn't. I mean, we're not married to it. We just, we're trying to figure this out because this is what we do. We're speculators in these digital hills. But I want you to listen to this old but gold clip from Lord XRP here, and Brad Garlinghouse explaining what is so relevant about XRP and what Ripple does with their tech stack. Take a quick listen to this.
Not just the currency, also you're very involved in blockchain.
Absolutely. So Ripple sells a blockchain technology to banks and payment providers and other financial institutions to do real-time settlement between banks. So today, if Morgan wanted to send $10,000 to London right now, the fastest way for her to do that is to drive to Newark or JFK and fly it there.
And we all know the analogy, right? And it's so true. But look, let's understand this, right? Project Mandala right here from BIS. Now, we already know that Ripple is helping to work with the BIS, but then, you see all this information about faster, cheaper, more efficient cross-border payments, right? They go through the whole list. I don't need to play this for you. You understand this. It doesn't say Ripple or XRP in it, right? But that's okay. We know that they're working with their task force for cross-border payments. We know that much. But then we also know that Singapore is where Ripple secures a massive payment license from the Central Bank Monetary Authority there. And who is actually in Project Mandala? Australia, Korea, Malaysia, and Singapore. And we also know that, obviously, like I said, Ripple is on the task force for the BIS as well. Are we really out on a thin limb here to see that there's going to be some kind of cooperation? And then we understood this right before Ripple swell, is Dubai as a global crypto hub approves XRP under its virtual asset regime. Yeah. And then we can't forget about this, because I'm going to tell you, all of this is cumulative. The Ripple Uphold partnership to enhance underlying crypto liquidity infrastructure. And let's make no mistake about it. Institutions, wholesale back-end payments, baby. Just like Simon McLaughlin, the CEO of Uphold, has spoken and told us, right? This way, Uphold can bring and introduce more revenue streams, more consistent daily revenue streams through serving payments for B2B. This is massive what they're about to do. All of these things, Singapore, right? Dubai, understanding the Ripple and Uphold partnership, understanding that all of these things are going to cumulatively kick into what we know as network effects, which is why I believe all of us in this market right now are wondering if we're going to break $1. Some are wondering if we're going to see a new all-time high. Look, I have a plan to take some profits. I've been in this space a long time. Ultimately, I'm hoping to never get rid of my real deep long bag holdings of XRP, and I can participate as a liquidity provider with automated market makers and hold my assets forever. Maybe even give them to my children and grandchildren and so on and so on and so forth. But, the real deal here is about network effects, because I believe once XRP explodes outside of speculation and all of these things that we're looking at today through helping serve the CBDCs that will be introduced around the world as a bridge asset, working with Dubai, working with Singapore, working with Uphold out of the UK and the US, becoming a nexus for US financial institutions so they can use it and have access to it without actually violating the current standing of regulation today. All of this outpaces at some point the speculative market, and use case utility becomes the price driver. And the price of XRP is never coming back to where it is. Make sure you join us in the Freedom Zone. This is where we get ready to part ways here. I tell you, what a conversation we're having in here, and you are missing it. And I don't want you to. And for 20 cents a day, that's right, $6 a month, you can join the conversation. And today, and what we've been talking about here, Bitcoin and Ethereum, are they prototypes? Oh, well, we get into it. And how about this? The hidden plan to control our food supply. What I could never think of discussing on this channel without severe repercussions. We get into it behind here. This is the Freedom Zone, where we covenant free speech, where we're not attacked for our thoughts. This is where it's happening. And I tell you, in December 1st, I'm going to be picking the best comment that I find, and I am going to give that person, whoever it is, $100 or $100 in XRP, whichever is easiest. We're going to make it happen because I love showcasing the bright minds that are in this group and in this space. And I can't wait to celebrate each and every one of you. But I'm encouraging you to come in for next to nothing and join us here in the Freedom Zone at digperspectives.com. Just click the link underneath the video and we'll catch you on the inside. Not financial advice from me or anyone else. I'll catch all of you on the next one.